All right, everybody. We are live. Can everybody see me and hear me? How are we doing? Larry Legend, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the sub. Looks good on my end. Sweet. Okay, so we're going to let people gather up, and I do have to run upstairs to take care of something real quick in a few minutes, but I wanted to start the stream by 7 like I said I would, so... I certainly didn't expect the Saints to be good this year, I'll say that, so I don't know. I think that as of right now, Geno Smith has more passing yards than any quarterback in the league this week, but I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see if I can check that. 327. CJ Stroud's on pace to pass him. Yeah, I think he's number 1. Yeah, you know, Jack, I keep telling people, Charbonnet's skill set is catching passes and run blocking. He is a third down back. He's a really good third down back with some ability to have power, but I don't really like him that much as a running back. I like him as a third down back, catching passes out of the backfield and blocking from the backfield. Good for Derek Carr, though, man. He's been working back from that leg injury for a long time. Could you please tell me how Byron Murphy did? He seemed like he did good. Obviously, we got run all over, though, but I don't know specifically who to call out for that. Like, I'm not happy with the run defense, especially against that New England front. But he seemed to play fine. All right, we got over 100 people on the stream right now. Okay, I need to run upstairs and grab something. So when we get back, we'll start, and we'll just let people gather up for the next couple minutes. Okay. We are back. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. But that was the right call. That was pass interference. Sorry. I mean, it was definitely pass interference. They could have let it go because of the circumstances, but it was definitely pass interference. Why the hell is Tomlinson still on this team? I mean, he doesn't get hurt, right? He's durable. Did I just waste my member message? Hold on. What's the highest you will go to extend DK? I'd go up to like 33, 34. No problem. That's going to be the going rate for a good receiver next year, so that's probably what it's going to take, and I'm down with it. And a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, but a day like today should really be persuasive for people. He's not out for sure next week, Jeep, but it would be very, very bad if he played. It would be very obviously wrong. Stone was good today. Why are people talking about Forsyth? Forsyth was fine today. I don't think Forsyth had any big problems today, really. DK had, I think, one drop. JSN had one. Fant had two, which is a big problem because Fant doesn't drop passes. Fant is not a drop pass guy. The problem with our line right now is the interior. Yeah, if Miami had Tua or had healthy Tua, I would probably think they would win, but there's no way I'm going to say we're going to lose to Skylar Thompson. No, there's no way Tua plays. And if he does play, he's going to play so terribly. Most players play really badly right after a concussion. Well, the Rams just aren't going to be very good this year, I think. They needed their offensive line to stay healthy, and I think Stafford got sacked like 5 times or 6 times today or something. I think they're just kind of cooked because of the offensive line. I could deal with Bradford playing poorly like he is right now, like that would be one thing, but the penalties are really starting to become a big problem. I've always said kind of the same thing about Sharps. I think he's a third down back. I think he's a really good third down back. He can do some stuff as like an every down back. Corey, thank you for the member message. Extend Geno now to save cap space. We might not be able to extend him till after the season because of the bonus money. We might not be able to extend him at the moment because he's only 1 year into his deal. So that may not be an option, but I would love to do it in theory. Well, Kenny did play today. He just never touched the ball. I saw him on the field at least one time. I saw your video that the Iowa was the problem with rushing. I agree 100%. Yeah, Connor, I mean, we're just going to have to wait with Connor. We're just going to have to wait with Connor, I think. All right. So let's go ahead and get underway here. I am Brendan Nelson. We will be talking about the Seahawks versus Patriots game of earlier today for this stream. Austin, thank you for the member message. Geno is him. Geno. Thank you. Very true. Especially right now, man. But, gonna go until about the end of this Sunday night football game, the Bears-Texans game. Gonna go until about that ends. So I'll be fielding questions. If you want to help support the channel, support the stream, there are a couple ways you can do so. First, please like the stream if you haven't already. Costs nothing. Takes like half a second. Just click the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want daily Seahawks content. Become a channel member if you want to go above and beyond. $2, $5, or $15 a month to become a channel member. You can also donate via Super Chat or tipping. If you tip or Super Chat, it's guaranteed I'm going to see your message and respond to it and reply to it. Otherwise, I'm just going to be picking out messages at random in the chat as I can. So if you have something you really want me to address, you can do Super Chats or tips. Click the link in the top of the description for tipping, by the way. I will see the message even though it doesn't have the pop-up in chat. It pops up on screen, by the way. I mean, obviously, Charbonnet is a little bit of a slower running back than Walker, and that shows up in a negative way sometimes. Brucey Bonus, thank you for becoming a channel member. You are now an elite channel member here on Seahawks. Brendan Nelson. As far as we know, Maffei's fine. He has like a bruise. It's probably pretty minor based on my understanding of things. Yeah, man. Sam Darnold. $10,000 a month for super personal one-on-one live streams. I would do that. I would probably be willing to do that. How personal are we talking, though? How's Baker? McDonald said that Baker's fine. We're not going to trade for a right guard, Nathan. We drafted a right guard in the 3rd round just a couple of months ago. And Bradford, by the way, is still super inexperienced. So I don't think there's any way Shaq is going to be able to... I'm sorry, I don't think there's any way Shaq Mason will be able to work his way onto the team. If we beat the Niners, we will have the division. Well, yeah, that would pretty much always be true, though. We're just going to have to be a little bit patient with Bradford, guys. I know it sucks right now. I know it's brutal right now, but he is extremely inexperienced. We're going to have to be patient with Bradford for now. Tomlinson, I have less patience with because he's so old and he's not going to get better. Cat Hart, thank you for the member message. 20 months. We're going 4-0 guaranteed. I know everyone's going to write off the Lions after what's going on with them the last 2 weeks, but don't get too far ahead of yourself. Dacian, thank you for the membership. You are now a basic level member, and I know that our member tracker updates every time someone sends in a member message, which is obviously not correct. So we are not almost at the monthly goal, but we are almost-ish at the monthly goal now. Let me check. I think we're right around, yeah, we're at, I guess we're at 129. I think we should be at 130. I'm not 100% sure of that, though. So, just a few more. How many undefeated teams are left? Well, whoever wins this game will be undefeated, right? We know that. Yeah, we'll beat the Giants for sure. I don't have any doubts about that. But I don't know. Don't sleep on the Lions yet, man. I don't know why would the Lions fall off? They didn't lose anything. They lost Josh Reynolds, right? Why would the Lions fall off out of nowhere? Well, they still haven't lost a game, right? So they're still undefeated. Do you think we need to do something different in the run defense? I mean, there's really not much you can do, right? You can't go get new players. You just have to chalk it up to them overpowering us a little bit in the trenches and hope it doesn't happen again anytime soon. I doubt Tua plays. I seriously doubt Tua plays. It'd be very weird if Tua played because it would be such a bad look for the NFL. The early word is that Baker and Mafe are fine, but they didn't really elaborate in any meaningful way, so we'll have to see later this week. Yeah, Nwosu being back will definitely help with the run. I feel like we didn't tackle very well today. Tua's already said he won't retire. I thought Knight played fine too, Mask, yeah. Like, I can't really blame any one player or even a couple of players for the run defense being bad today. It was just... maybe New England did a good job at things. Sometimes it's just as simple as that. NFC is super mid. I think we could make a move. I mean, I think we can compete. I don't know if there's a move to make. We don't have a lot of cap space. And remember, we need to extend a bunch of players next year. Next offseason, we need to extend probably Geno, DK, both linebackers if we want to keep them. Maybe Mafe, Woolen, Cross, maybe Walker. Like, it is a really long list of guys we need to extend. Well, that was the one thing that I really didn't like in this game. We knew going into this game that they were just going to run a lot of stick routes with Hunter Henry, and that's all they did, and it worked really well. And they almost won the game off of it. So it was one of those things where it's like, how did you not know this was coming? Brissett played against this Mike McDonald Ravens defense, like, what was it, 2 years ago, and that's all he did the whole game. He just spammed stick routes to tight ends. Even their second running back got a good 40-yard plus run, I believe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Gibson run. Hey, Fly Artist, what's up? Any chance of Lockett returning next season with a rework deal? I don't think we can spin it. I don't think we can spin it, man. I think Lockett's going to retire after this year, honestly. But I do not think there's any way we'd be able to spin up keeping him, even if he wanted to keep playing. There's not going to be enough money. Unless he just wants to play for cheap. How did we know they were going to run stick routes? Because that's all that Jacoby Brissett did 2 years ago when he played Mike McDonald's defense. And that's all New England has. They don't have good receivers. Their only good receiver is Hunter Henry, who is a tight end. Like, it was kind of predictable. I mean, honestly, today is a great testament to why run defense and stopping the run doesn't matter that much in the NFL most of the time. Patriots had 185 rushing yards. We had 42? And we still won. Like, if running the ball and stopping the run really mattered that much, there's no way you'd be able to overcome a deficit like that. And the only reason why we didn't win in regulation was because of all the drops. And by the end of this year, Lockett probably won't be doing that much. It's probably going to be the DK and JSN show. Fant will eventually get up to speed, and it's going to be about those three guys. Right? I don't think that I don't think that Lockett's going to be doing a ton by the end of the year. He's probably going to have a few games like he had against the Broncos where he ended up coming in clutch. And you're not going to see like a bunch of 100-yard games from him this year, and he may not even have the opportunity to because he won't be on the field that much. Somebody needs to like use a computer program to determine if that field goal would have been good if Love didn't block it. Yeah, I mean that should be the way this offense works right now, Corey. A lot of short passes that are basically long run plays. That's the way things should work on this offense right now. We don't have the offensive line for long developing plays. Well, Nwosu has a good chance of being back this week. If if he's not back this week, I'm going to assume he could have played, but we decided we didn't need him to beat Miami with no Tua. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss any messages here. Hold on one second. Yeah, okay, no, I think we're caught up. Thoughts on the O-line today? The interior's bad. The interior's bad, but I think we're just going to have to be patient with that, especially Connor Williams. Connor Williams is a really good player. If he looks bad, it's almost certainly because he just is coming off an injury and just got here like a month ago. Happy with Grubb? Grubb did a good job today. I think Grubb's done fine so far. I didn't like all the runs up the middle when we don't have good guards, but, you know, it's not an easy thing to abandon at the same time. That's the important part of so many different elements of any NFL offense. You think Ken plays next week? I do, but I thought he was going to play this week. I didn't think the injury was bad. I I thought it was just like an ow type thing. I didn't think it was a I'm actually going to miss time type injury. I liked what I saw from Williams, but leaving him 1-on-1 with White is asking for disaster. I mean, you can't double team everyone, I guess, and Stone Forsythe needed help all game. Wait, who tore their Achilles? Mixon? Is this Mixon we're talking about here? Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, Joe Mixon, yeah. Wonder why we never used any other running back, especially with how non-existent Charbonnet's run game was. I feel like with the way the offensive line was playing today in run blocking, the interior, it was going to be really hard to get anything going no matter who the back was. I would have liked to have seen some Macintosh just to see something a little different because he is a different kind of player. But it's hard to run when your interior is getting beat up like that. Do you think Russell Wilson takes over the starting job again, or do you think Tomlin sticks with Fields? I think it's going to be Fields. I think Mike Tomlin is the kind of guy who will be like, we're winning with Fields, so we're going to stick with Fields. That seems like something Mike Tomlin would say. I think that as long as the Steelers win next week, because they've already announced effectively that Wilson's out next week, if they go to 3-0, I think that's GG. And that'll be really interesting because Wilson has no interest in sitting on the bench. I wonder if they try to like negotiate a trade or a release or something. Yeah, Fields gets hurt a lot. I mean, the way Fields plays, he might get hurt. And Fields isn't playing that well, so it's not like he's guaranteed to keep his job, but yeah. Trade to Miami. I mean, Tua's probably going to be playing again before long. I think Russ is just going to retire. Like, that's the thing. You get traded mid-season, you can't learn the new offense. Right? Like, what's he going to do? Go to another team and learn the new offense instantly? Well, yeah, the truth is I know it. They're not a Super Bowl dark horse. You can start 3-0 and still be a mediocre team, which they are. But Fields is, he's not turning the ball over, I guess. Fields is so bad, though. I feel like Russ's best bet would still be to just wait on the Steelers and just sit there and wait for Fields to get hurt or mess up because Fields is really bad. We want the Falcons to win tomorrow? I guess, Chad, but it's very thin. Come on, Caleb, don't lose the plot. You think we'll go there? What, Kev will? Oh, 3 safeties. You shouldn't have to with Skylar Thompson in there. Like, Skylar Thompson isn't really a real quarterback. Like, Skylar Thompson should be that should be like a Zach Wilson level quarterback you're playing against. No, Caleb, don't do it. No, Caleb. The townspeople will sack you for sure. Oh, penalty. No? Okay. Well, at least you didn't get sacked. Like, I don't know if you guys remember this. You'd have to be about my age probably to remember it, maybe a little bit younger. Jerry Rice in 2005 tried to make the Denver Broncos and he got cut in the preseason. And that's when he finally retired. Like, that's what it took for Jerry Rice to retire. He had to get to the point where he couldn't even make the Broncos roster. Like, that's not fun to watch. So, like, is Russ really going to get to the point where he can't even win a starting job outright? And he has to be like, okay, I'm going to compete for the starting job. And then if I don't win it, do I just sit on the bench all year? No, I have things to do. It's one of those things. Jeffrey, thank you for the $2 super chat. Bears going to ruin another number 1 pick QB. When was the last time the Bears had a number 1 pick QB? When was the last? I don't think the Bears have had a number 1 pick QB in recent memory. Actually. Unless you're just talking about the first round. No, I don't think they're going to ruin Caleb. Terrell Owens did the same thing in 2012 when he played for us. The difference there was T.O. needed the money because he's broke. That was maybe more sad, but it was understandable. He genuinely needed the money. Y2K, thank you for the $2. Love and Geno defense and offense MVP so far. I don't think so. I think the defensive MVP might be Big Cat. Big Cat might have 10 QB pressures through these first 5 games. Or, excuse me, 2 games. Yeah, Trubisky was number 2. Big Cat might have like 10 QB pressures combined in these 2 games. I'm not sure, but it might be right around there. It will not surprise me if I do the video on Friday and he has like 8 or 9 QB pressures. Technically, Russell Wilson did pass it to Terrell Owens in his career. Yeah, but in the preseason, right? It didn't happen in the regular season. Is Miami's pass rush actually good? They got some guys, but they don't have Bradley Chubb. He's out. Yeah, I mean, I never liked Bryce Young in the first place, so you shouldn't even ask me that, right? Like, it's a bad idea to even ask me that because I always thought he was going to be bad, but yeah, he sucks. And I think Caleb's actually played okay today. I think he's done what he can do. Geno's definitely the offensive MVP. It's either him or Cross, and Geno's the quarterback, right? Man, Darrell Taylor looks good on the Bears. I'm just going to say it. Darrell Taylor looks good. Yeah, it was preseason. Yeah, it was preseason. By the way, we have like 280 viewers on YouTube right now. Thank you, everybody. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Tyreek is going to be suspended next week. What did he do? Oh, yeah, you're right. That was hip drop, and they didn't call it. That is weird. Do you think Watson is being railroaded, or does he have legit assault problems? It'd be very weird for this many people to accuse him and him to be innocent on every count. Like, maybe some of them are BS, but at least some of them are real, right? And you only need some of them to be real for this to be really, really bad, right? You don't need... It's not like it's way better if it's only like 3 true accusations instead of 7. They're kind of equally bad. Oh, the police thing. I didn't think he was going to get suspended for that. Are they talking about that? I haven't seen them call a single hip drop tackle yet this year, so maybe the referees have just kind of memory hold it. Thank you, Rodolfo. I love your videos. I watch them daily. This is the first time seeing you live. Go Hawks 2-0. Thank you, Rodolfo. I have not seen a single hip drop call this year. Yeah, I don't expect Tyreek to be suspended. But how do they get him the ball with Skylar Thompson at quarterback? Like all they can do in that game should be run the ball. They should be able to run the ball some, and that's it. Oh yeah, I did see that Filipino man. I didn't know that's why he was mad. I thought he was mad because he thought he grabbed their face mask. I didn't know it was the hip drop. But yeah, they're not calling it. And, maybe that's not a bad thing. How do you think we stack against Miami? Well, without Tua, I think we're fine. If we lose to Skylar Thompson, something is very wrong. Geno got wiped out by the hip drop last year. Yeah, but I'm saying they haven't called the penalty yet. I haven't seen them call a hip drop penalty yet. Miami lost most of their defense in free agency this offseason. They lost like Christian Wilkins to the Raiders. They lost I think they lost one of their corners. And Wilkins was their best player on defense by far. The only QB who might be worse than Bryce Young that's starting right now is probably Bo Nix. By the way, guys, we are 3 subscribers short of 18,200. 3 short. We should get there tonight. Jeffrey, thank you for the $2. Miami might do better if they direct snap to running backs. I expect them to do something like that, man. I expect him to whip out something like that. And, you know, Mike McDaniel's a great coach. He'll come up with some cool stuff, but you shouldn't really be able to compete in this league when you have a, you know, basically a glorified punter playing quarterback. How much do you think Geno will get paid this offseason? Could be up to $50 million if he wants it. It just depends on what he wants. We get loose to Miami if they just end up shoving a chain down our throats. Well, that's the thing, right? It's your job as Mike McDonald to make sure that doesn't happen when they cannot threaten the pass at all. Yeah, Armstead might be out next week too, and their offensive line is really bad. Yeah, I now think we have to beat the Dolphins. They have their backup quarterback in there. Like it's not even a good backup quarterback. They don't even have like a Ryan Tannehill. Hey, Addison, what's up? Dude, the Bears get so many pre-snap penalties. What the heck? Well, I seriously doubt we're going to have Tyreek in single coverage at any point. Nobody really does that, right? Nobody ever has one-on-one coverage with Tyreek Hill. I'm sure there's always going to be a safety attention over there. Hey, holiest hand grenade. Witherspoon had a little bit of a rough day today, right? We gave up points on that one drive where he kept getting flagged. No other big problems, though. Yeah, if we can jump on the fins early, they're just going to be out of it, I think. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Well, that was a bad throw. Flag. Alex Bliss, thank you for the membership. Welcome to the channel. So, according to the tracker, we have now hit the member goal. We haven't actually, because that tracker is much higher than it should be. I'll try to reset it to the appropriate amount. Oh, holding on the defense. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. I think we're at 130 in actually. Yes, 130. Rodolfo, thank you for the membership. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the crew. So that gets us to 131, I think. Yes. How did he not step out of bounds there? Well, yeah, Purdy's not good. Like, I'm sorry. I refuse to give in. Okay, I refuse to give in on this matter. I refuse. We did this with Jimmy Garoppolo. People kept telling me, no, he's good because all he does is win games. He wins so many games. And then as soon as he leaves the Niners, he's basically out of the league. Yeah, we just got to 18,200. Thank you, everybody. We did it. No, like, seriously, go look at Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers when he was playing under Shanahan. And then go look at his numbers after he left Shanahan. Brock Purdy is not good. He's better than Garoppolo. Brock Purdy's about as good as Tua, who is about as good as Jared Goff. Oh! Well, there's got to be a flag for something. If there's not a flag on the hit, then there should be a flag. Cream Dreamer, thank you for the sub. Come on, refs, throw a flag on something. There's like a big brawl happening. Yeah, Goff is okay. Purdy's okay. Tua's okay. Aaron, I feel a lot better about it now. I feel a lot better about it knowing we're either going to get, brain damage Tua or Skylar Thompson. But obviously, that's a big change in circumstance. So was there not a flag thrown on that play at any point? I'm shocked. I mean, maybe the hit on Caleb's okay, but there's no way the stuff that happened on the sideline there should have been a flag on somebody. Alshire threw a punch. How is this? What I want the Texans to win, but that guy threw a punch at somebody. I don't want the Bears to BS their way to a 2-0 record, but fair is fair, man. So, Mafe missed a big tackle today, but I thought he played really well again. And I think that Leonard Williams played really well again. I think we're going to have a lot of positive things to say about those two guys. According to the initial PFF charting, we got pressure on 16 out of 33 dropbacks for Brissett. So that's almost half, which is right around where we were last week. So the run defense wasn't nearly as good. But the pass rush is there, man. Andrex, hey, thank you for the 199 super chat. What's up with all the upsets? Ravens KO'd my parlays. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. I didn't get to watch very much of that game because I was watching our game. But I have no idea how that's allowed to happen. I guess people are saying Harbaugh's a bad coach. I really don't believe that. Brissett's a big dude. Honestly, Brissett is a big guy. Hard to bring down. Like, that, I think that's pretty legit. Stevenson is a great back, though. I don't know if he's a great back. He's a good back. Broncos obviously set money on fire making that O-line. I don't think so. McGlinchey's overpaid. The rest of that offensive line is properly paid, I think. Or at least was. Maybe like Garrett Bowles is getting older or something. I'm pretty sure I've already won in fantasy. The only way I can lose in fantasy would be if Caleb scores like 6 touchdowns in the fourth quarter here. So I'm probably good. I didn't notice too much from Dodson, good or bad. He was fine, as near as I could tell, but I didn't notice anything super stand out. I think you could argue he's top 12. Hmm. Stevenson? Yeah, probably. K9 coming back next week? I expect him to come back. Brendan, thoughts on cards? I can't shake the feeling that the Rams are just complete garbage right now, but they do look pretty good, man. I mean, Kyler actually looks better than he was before. Yeah, I don't know about Lamar, man. Like this is different, right? Because Lamar's thing is that he beats the crap out of all the bad and mediocre and okay teams. And then eventually he'll run into a really good defense in the playoffs and they'll just gas him because he can't do anything with him. But losing to the Raiders today, that was I don't know what to make of that. Rika's going to be in trouble against Harrison. Everybody's going to be in trouble against Harrison. Sean Payton is overrated. Broncos won't go anywhere with him as HC. Drew Brees made him. I don't. I've always. I don't agree with that. I gotta say though, I'm starting to wonder if he's a little cooked. Like there was that. You guys probably saw it today. He needed to onside kick it when he was down 7, and he kicked it deep. And I don't know what he said in his post-game press conference, but I would imagine that he would just have to admit, I screwed up. I thought we had 2 timeouts or 3 timeouts or something, because that was really bad. They got the ball back with like 8 seconds left. So that was basically him giving up on the game, which maybe he's just like cooked. JSN breakout season. That was the game that people have been waiting for from JSN, I'll tell you. Bunch of short passes, lots of first down conversions. Just get open quickly, catch the ball, and go. Is there a player that you noticed this season that is newly washed up? Well, it's a little early to say anything, right? But Portland Sutton looks pretty washed up to me. Is JSN and DK going to go over 1,000? I think DK will for sure. JSN, I don't know, because JSN's not going to have a lot of really big plays. And you need those sometimes to get over 1,000. Yeah, I don't know if I would pick JSN to go over 1,000. You have to probably bust a couple of big plays for that to happen. Tucker's washed up a little too, yeah. Kirk Cousins is another pretty good one. Well, yeah, Sutton had 10 touchdowns last year, but this year he's not getting open. Oh! I think that probably hit the ground, but let's see. Did that hit the ground? I think it did. No! That's a interception. Ethan, thank you for the $1.99. Really like how we use DK today. Yeah. I think that there's been this desire to see us just spam the ball to DK the way other teams spam the ball to their top receivers. And today we kind of saw that. Yeah, okay, that did hit the ground. Oh, well. Oh, they're challenging this? That's really bad. There's no way that gets overturned. D-Hop is washed now. That's another pretty good one. Javonte looks washed to me. Javonte Williams. All I know is that Geno better be in the top 10 QB power rankings. He is a top 10 quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback. And that might be an indictment on current NFL quarterbacks more than anything, but that doesn't change the fact that he is top 10. If Geno Smith was playing like this in the era of Tom Brady and the Manning brothers and maybe Kurt Warner and Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees and Matt Ryan, then he probably wouldn't be top 10 because there were so many great quarterbacks that would throw for 400 yards every game, other game. But right now, in this QB class, yes. Travis Kelce looks washed. He kind of looked bad last year, honestly. He put up numbers eventually, but he looked kind of washed last year, and he still found a way to, like, gut it out respectably. Hold on one second, guys. Eh. Russell Wilson washed? Well, Wilson's been washed for a while, so yeah. That one's easy. Yeah, Joe Burrow's not washed. He always starts slow, doesn't he? His hand's probably injured. Burrow's fine. Remember, the Chiefs have a really good defense. Hey, how are they going to fix the guard spots? I think that they just have to be patient with Bradford, and I think Haynes gets to start in place of Tomlinson at some point. Like, I know it's really frustrating with Bradford right now, but I think we just got to be patient and understand he hasn't played that much football in his life. Nice sack on Stroud. You think McVay will leave LA? Didn't he just re-up with them? I don't think he's going to. Dak is definitely... No, Dak is not washed. Nothing wrong with Dak. Dak is definitely not washed. Yeah, he got half a sack, right? Do you have someone beating the Chiefs for the Super Bowl this year? No, I think they did such a good job replenishing their talent base. Oh! He's fine. I think the Chiefs did such a great job replenishing their talent base that they should be big-time favorites right now. Are the Saints legit? I don't think so. They're better than I thought, but they're not good. I don't think. OMS, thank you for the $1.99. Upload your streams to Spotify. Like, do you just literally mean the streams, or do you mean, like, the videos? And how does that work? Isn't Spotify audio only? It doesn't... My stuff won't work very well without videos. I don't know how that would work for me. I'm open to it, but isn't Spotify audio only? You think the Niners just had a weird loss without CMC? Well, no, they didn't have CMC last week, and Jordan Mason had a classic CMC style game. Maybe the Vikings are decent. I still feel like there's no way they are. Also, I know the blocking is bad, but Charbonnet looks like a huge waste of a second-round pick when other areas should have been addressed. I don't think that Charbonnet is the back a lot of people think he is. I think he's a third down back. I think he should be used kind of like an Austin Eckler or something. And I wish we would just kind of embrace that. Are we a playoff team this year? We should be with this schedule. And look at all these injuries right now. Like the Rams have basically taken themselves out of contention already just on the back of these injuries. Yeah, I'm really excited about Bowers, man. Bowers is fun. Yeah, it almost makes me think, like, does Kenny McIntosh not know the offense? Does he not know what's going on to where we don't trust him to play at all? Like, you can't get him on the field for a couple plays? Yeah, I like Charbonnet. I don't know if that's the way I would have gone with that pick, but I don't hate the pick. Oh my God, so many penalties on the Bears. I thought the Seahawks had a lot of penalties today, but I think the Bears already have us beat, and there's still 17 minutes left in the game. Dude, if Ayuk is actually washed, that's an all-timer because he was so good these last few years. And then he gets paid. He's probably just coming back from the holdout. Hey, Seahawks fan. But he's way too young to be washed. Debo actually looks good so far. Wow. Come on. Air it out a little bit. Yeah, that made me very angry what Pritchett did on that punt return. We need to talk about that more. 3rd and 16. Come on, Bears. At least try. At least show me you... Okay, they tried. Okay, I can't be angry about that. And actually, I'm not angry about it at all because I want the Texans to win, but at least they tried. Stingley, nice play. Apparently, the Jets lost one of their best pass rushers, Jermaine Johnson, tore his Achilles, so he's out now. So that Jets team might be like barely a playoff team at this point. What do you think about D. Williams? He was fine today, but he only has one job on this team. It's a pretty simple job. That was an arm punt. It was 3rd and 16. Why do you want the Texans to win? Because they're an AFC team? Oxnest uploads his streams to Spotify audio only. So you can listen to Spotify at work, but not YouTube? How does that work? Will McDonald had 3 sacks today for the Jets. Not bad. Sauce gave up a touchdown today. It looked really bad, too. Sauce gave up a touchdown today, so he's not off to a great start this week. I think the Panthers will probably go like 2-15. I don't think they're historically bad. I just think they're generically bad. All right, guys, we're entering the fourth quarter of this game. Stream will go off right around the time the game ends. Thank you, everybody who's here right now. We got like 230 people in here. Thanks for showing up. I think the Panthers fall backwards into a win at some point. A couple wins. Like maybe they play Atlanta and Kirk Cousins just can't set his back foot, can't throw an accurate ball. And it's like 9-3 or something. It just saves more battery and stuff if you listen on Spotify, which would honestly be a waste of time for you to do. I used to upload my videos to like Instagram and Facebook, but it doesn't let me do it anymore, so I just gave up. I would not mind putting it on Spotify, but audio only, I feel like you lose something because you can't see the chat. You can't see what I'm talking about on screen. I think audio only would be, you'd lose something. Ethan, thank you for the $1.99. Not a player, but is Ben Johnson washed? I mean, there's no reason why he would be, right? Maybe Josh Reynolds was the linchpin to that whole team. Will Dave Canales get more than 1 year with the Panthers? He certainly should. But the Panthers are clearly stupid enough to do something drastic here. Michael, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. I appreciate your hard work on producing content for us. Thank you, Michael. A lot of videos coming this week. A lot of videos. Did you see future Seahawks QB Quinn Ewers get hurt? I know he got hurt. I haven't seen the injury yet, but I don't know, man. He gets hurt every year. I don't know if you can draft him. He's delicate in college. He's going to be made out of paper mache in the pros. No, Robert Saleh's not going to get fired until the Jets miss the playoffs. If the Jets miss the playoffs, he'll get fired for sure. But I think he's going to get the opportunity to miss the playoffs. Owen Carter, thank you for the member message. Spotify does video now. Other apps can be open. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's why you have to get the that's why you have to get YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium, other apps can be open. I know because I do it every night. I'll be playing retro football on my phone while YouTube videos play in the background. It's great. YouTube Premium, baby. Oh yeah, Arch Manning is probably I mean, for so many reasons. Arch Manning's the #1 overall pick. Oh my goodness, what a throw. Yeah, yeah. I think the only thing I can say on this topic is that DK Metcalf is going to drop passes sometimes. All right? People out there expecting him to play perfectly all the time and never drop passes, it's not going to happen. He doesn't have great hands. But he doesn't drop anywhere near enough passes for it to be as big a problem as people act like. So, either deal with it or go root for a team that has a receiver that never drops the ball. You're going to have to look really hard to find one, but you can probably find a receiver out there that never drops the ball. You can root for that team, and maybe you won't get mad then, but unless you can do that, then I think you just have to accept that our best players are still not ever going to be perfect like some people seem to want. I watched a little bit of the Shadur Sanders Nebraska game, yeah. I don't know what to think of him anymore, man. YouTube Premium is mandatory. I agree. If you're using YouTube without Premium, I think that it's like trying to hold in your pee or something, man. it's like trying to hold in your pee all day. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Just go pee. Just get YouTube Premium. Also, DK isn't shifty enough either for Grubb's routes. Mm-hmm. I got the family plan for premium. It's good value. Yeah. I know there was like a period of time. I don't know if YouTube actually did it or not, but there was a period of time where YouTube was cracking down on ad blocker. And it was like, okay, premium's the only way to go at that point. Have you had Dots pretzels? I don't know what those are. It's a shame the Seahawks don't pay you for this. Well, I make money doing this, so it's fine. It doesn't come directly from them, but that's cool. They certainly make enough money to pay people, though. Yeah, this Fairbarn, he's on my fantasy team, but I don't really need him this week. I already won. YouTube TV is 100 times better than cable. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of cable. I haven't yet. The issue is there are a couple of things that we like to watch that won't really work all that well if you get off cable. My monthly payment goes towards Brendan Nelson membership. Okay, I can certainly respect that. But YouTube Premium's a life changer. Revanced still works great for ad blocking. I've never heard of Revanced. I actually don't know what that is. Yeah, Fant, to my knowledge, has not dropped a single pass over the last 2 years. So for him to drop 2 passes today was like, whoa, what the hell? To just throw on uBlock. I have uBlock, but I turn it off for YouTube. I have uBlock for other websites, but I have it turned off when I'm on YouTube because I have YouTube Premium. Now, thank you, Kev. Yeah, I've never heard of Dots, to be perfectly honest with y'all. Brennan, have you played any NCAA 25? I know you're not a fan of Mana, but this game is actually really good. I don't have time to invest into a sports game anymore. I have too many games to play to invest time into a sports game. Is there any chance we can see Christian Haynes? Christian Haynes played in this game. He was in there for like a drive and we got a touchdown. Yeah, Geno basically played perfect football today. Like, what else could he do other than what he did? Okay, the Bears need to go score now to make this interesting. Like, they need to score on this drive. Haynes whiffed on White. A lot of people whiffed on White. White was living in the backfield. Oh! Man, you know, I like Waldron, but what is this game plan? What is going on? Caleb Williams has a cannon for an arm. Why are you running the Chad Pennington offense? Did you see the Dragon Quest HD 2D reveal? I know about it. I was not aware of the reveal. Whoa, he got away. Oh, that would have been so nice. Another interception. Well, game's probably over now, but it went the way we wanted it to. We certainly want Houston to win. I mean, this Bears team is not bad talent-wise at all, so I don't think Caleb has like some great excuse for being bad this year, so you may as well let him be bad now. What's a player you think we can get at the trade deadline? I'm not really thinking about that yet. We don't even know who's going to be bad. And honestly, we don't have a lot of cap space. I don't know if I want to trade for anybody. I don't think we can extend Geno now. I don't think it's going to work. I think that if we tried to, he would just... The bonus money would make it so we can't get under the cap for this year. I like Waldron, but I really do not understand why this Bears offense is just like endless screens. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Caleb has an arm. I really don't think we're going to see Geno walk if he plays well. Teams don't let good quarterbacks walk almost ever. Unless they really just don't think the quarterback is that good. Like, or he's like really old or something, which is not the case for Geno. I have more viewers on this stream than Darkside Phil has on his stream right now. That's pretty cool. All right, quick punt. Caleb gets the ball back. I don't think Geno's getting 50, but I do think he's getting more than 40. Mafe could get 100 million pretty easily. 25 mil a year. I mean, he has good receivers, right? He's got a really good set of receivers. Odunze, DJ Moore. Like, that's a really good one, too. What's the best movie you've seen this year? Probably Dune. Does Geno take a little less again? That's really hard to predict. I don't know. He did it once, but maybe he won't do it this time. Geno has to get at least Cousins money. Well, Cousins had a really, really elite career that probably got him more money that Geno wouldn't necessarily be able to get. Dwayne Cox, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel. By the way, I know it isn't reflected on the tracker, but we did get over 18,200 subs, so thank you. Well, how many movies did I see this year? How many 2024 movies have I seen? Hold on. The Beekeeper, that was okay. What else? Dune Part 2, which was really good. Man, I didn't see that many. I'm looking at the list here. Godzilla Kong and the New Empire was pretty decent. What else? Jeffrey, thank you for the $2. I feel like our OL blocked better than last week. It did. The run blocking was worse, though, so it was kind of a reversal. Nutter Caleb Sack. So, I don't know which one's preferable, but the protection was a little bit better, I'd say. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was okay. Furiosa was good. Man, I need to see Inside Out, too. I haven't seen that yet. Horizon was good. Horizon and American Saga was good. Twisters was good. Deadpool and Wolverine was good. It wasn't as good as the first two, though. Alien Romulus was good. Nobody played Concord Chosen One. How you thinking about Caleb so far? There's some encouraging signs, but it's going to take a little while. I don't get what Waldron's doing, though. I'm really confused by what Waldron's doing with this offense. Okay, were there any other movies I saw this year? Oh. Houston gonna pack this one away. Okay. So yeah, those are all the movies that are new that I've seen this year. I've seen 3 other movies in the theaters this year, but they are anime movies that are very old. So I don't know if that counts. But honestly, those movies are probably all better than any other movie I've seen in theaters this year. And I'm going to see another one next month probably too. Fall Guy was pretty good. I didn't see that one yet. I heard it was good. Hmm. Hmm. The lightweight, high mobility defense struggled against the 6-man O-line lineup. That could be the weakness, right? And, let's not forget here that maybe the lack of depth at linebacker also kind of hurt. Because we did have to go to Tyrese Knight today, and I thought he played fine, but, we weren't able to fix all the problems with the team this one offseason, and I think we just need to be cool with that, because that was never going to happen. Do you like horror movies? A few. What anime movies did you watch? I saw End of Evangelion in theaters in March. And then a couple months later, I saw Spirited Away. And then in July, I saw Princess Mononoke. And I think next month I'm going to see Howl's Moving Castle. Maybe it's later this month. I can't remember for sure. But I'm going to see Howl's Moving Castle. And I might see My Neighbor Totoro as well later in the year. Well, that's probably it for this game. Wow, the Bears are useless. We didn't want the Bears to win, in fairness. You know who looks good, though? Daryl Taylor. What's up with that? How is that a thing? How is this real life? Oh, yeah, and there was one other movie I saw in theaters this year, the original Alien. They re-released it a couple of months ago, and I saw it with my dad. Fumble! Watched Princess Mononoke in cinema as well this year. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had a pretty bad viewing experience with Princess Mononoke, so I'll probably watch it again at home at some point, honestly. I kind of tuned out for most of the second act. Yeah, I saw the Sauce touchdown he gave up. What about Alien Romulus? It was good. Alien Romulus was good. I liked it. Couple things I didn't appreciate. How worried are you for a run defense going forward? I mean, not really that concerned. Like, You don't need to have a good run defense in the modern NFL. You just need to be not atrocious. Man, my frame rate sucks on this stream for some reason. It's barely 20 frames. Maybe I should get a real green screen, huh? What do you guys think? Should I get a real green screen? Maybe it's time, guys. I'm going to have to, like... I don't know how I'm going to do it, though. Ever since I redid my room, it's going to be harder to get a real green screen. I used to just be able to hang it up on the rafters, but now there are no rafters. Yeah, Murphy got a half sack. No, I don't think today was an ugly win at all. No, what I do is I tell OBS to put a basically put green everywhere that isn't my body, and then I activate the green screen effect. But there's no physical green screen behind me. And that's why my frame rate gets low sometimes, because it takes a lot of CPU to generate the green screen effect. Just install some hooks? Yeah, I mean, it's certainly doable. Come on, Caleb. Make this fun. Make this interesting. We got 6 minutes left. Let's go. I think Leonard got a sack and a half. And Murphy got a half. Caleb takes off. He's got the first down. He's got a bunch more fantasy points for anybody who started him. Any hot tub streams coming up? It's getting colder, so probably. I thought Big Cat was awesome today. Huh. Maybe the ESPN stat machine thing was wrong. I don't know. Well, that was an overthrow because he was really well covered. He was just throwing it. I don't think he was really even trying to complete it. My opponent had Evan Ingram and didn't bench him in time, so I kind of got a break, but I still would have won. I had Amon-Ra, who had a really good day for fantasy. Even though I benched Geno for Anthony Richardson, and Anthony Richardson sucks. Olu has been passed by Sundal, which is pretty interesting. Olu must be really bad in practice. I don't understand it either. He doesn't look that bad in preseason. Yeah, I was doing hot tub streams years ago. I haven't done one in a while, but I'll do them again I'll do them again this winter probably. Caleb's not really playing well. He has nice plays. You can see the potential. You can see why people are so excited. Is that a blow to the head? Yeah, that's got to be a flag of something. That's like the old Kareem Jackson play. Honestly, he almost got his head out of the way. Wow, they picked it up. What do you think the plan is going to be at QB long term? I still feel like we keep Geno. I really do. Teams don't move on from quarterbacks unless they don't think the quarterback is all that. Another big ol' blitz. So there's basically no way this game can go to overtime. So that's good. Like, look at the quarterbacks. Like, look at the quarterbacks in this upcoming class. Who are we getting? Like, Carson Beck has looked bad so far this year. Shadur Sanders has been, like, half good, half bad. Both those guys are falling. Quinn Ewers got hurt again. Cam Ward's good, but he doesn't have a big-time arm, so I don't think he'll ever be anything more than, like, a late first-round pick. Hey, Herman the Great. How you doing? What would be the max capital you think a team would offer for Geno? Probably like a second-round pick because of his age. Quinn Ewers keeps getting hurt. Every year he misses time. And this is college. What's he going to do in the NFL? I did not realize this Bears offensive line was this bad. I thought they were a little bit better. Ooh, roughing. That's going to keep the game alive for a few more minutes. As Geno has a good year this year, I really don't think we move off of him, even if it costs us like 40 mil a year or more. Like, it's not that big of a deal. If we have to pay a quarterback like that, then so be it. Man. Caleb has no time to go through progressions. Ward is the best QB. Bears should take a field goal first at this point. Don't they cover the spread if they kick a field goal? We should definitely beat Miami without Tua. They don't even have a legitimate backup quarterback. They don't even have they don't have a Case Keenum backup quarterback. They have a legitimately barely competent backup QB. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Caleb should have taken off and run with that one. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, they knocked it through. It's a one-score game. Do you sports bet? I used to a lot. I don't do it as much as I used to. Mm-mm. So, is there anything else to say about the game today? Um, I can't wait to see this pass rush when Nwosu's back. And I don't think it would be a bad idea for him to play next week. Maybe he only plays a little bit or something. What's your favorite team besides the Chiefs? I'm the Seahawks. Well, it's probably the Chiefs because of Andy Reid. Andy Reid's like my favorite person in football, so I always want whatever team that he's a part of to do well. So the Chiefs because of Andy Reid, probably. Haynes was okay. I don't think he was radically better, but it's really hard to judge a guy when he goes in the middle of a game, right? How are you going to judge somebody when they didn't even know they were going to go in the game? How can you judge somebody when you don't even know when they didn't even know when they were going to play? You know, he was prepping all week to be the backup. Mana Scrooge, we basically just been talking about the game, talking about the pass rush, talking about the offensive line, a lot of Geno talk. All right. Can Chicago get the ball back? You think Jalen Ramsey is washed? I don't think he's all that good anymore. I don't know if he's washed, but he doesn't strike any fear into me. Okay, 2-minute warning. And actually, the Bears can get the ball back if they get a stop here with over 100 seconds left. I would be surprised if Tua plays next week. I don't think I saw Trey Brown today. I know he was on the field at points, but very little, you're right, because New England doesn't have receivers. Mm. Is Nwosu coming back next week? We don't know for sure. I feel like he does, but maybe we just feel like we don't need to worry about it because it's Miami without their quarterback. Flag down, so this probably won't count. Preston, they looked at him and determined he didn't have a concussion. Has Mike McDonald played the Dolphins before? He did last year when he was with the Ravens, right? They blew him out. Screen pass. All right, Bears getting the ball back. Yeah, I would be very disappointed if we lose to Skylar Thompson or Ryan Tannehill off the bench. Well, week 5 would be the earliest we can see Lucas. He's on IR. I think they had Tua. Tua was healthy last year, right? Tua didn't get hurt last season. Okay, he's got 80 yards to go. But yeah, Derek Hall didn't get a concussion. They checked him for a concussion and determined he didn't have one. Or else there's no way he would have been able to go back in. Ooh. Ooh. Midfield, baby. Odunze. Season. Yeah, I've said all along the Bears are like I think they're a sleeper playoff team. I really don't need them to be starting 2-0 personally. I would much prefer them not starting 2-0 with two kind of rinky-dink wins. What happened to Baker today? He got dinged up. It doesn't sound like it's super serious though. What do they do about Bradford? He's terrible. We just got to be patient, I think. He's really young and he has very little experience. I think we got to give this some time. Caleb, get the ball out of your hands. Oh, is that Hunter? You gotta go, man. Oh, man. all that for a flag? False start? Then why'd they let the play go? They let Caleb get hit and everything. Oh, illegal formation. Never mind. Yeah, this I feel like the Bears have had like 18 penalties in this game. Okay. If they convert this, they should be able to get up and spike it and hit the Hail Mary. Caleb has the arm for it. Whoa. Not even close. Miscommunication. All right. Best case scenario. Okay. So I guess that's going to do it for the stream tonight, guys. We went for about an hour 45. A little bit more. Close to 2 hours. So videos tomorrow morning. You guys know the drill. I am tired. I might stream on Twitch tonight. I might not. We'll see. And if I do stream on Twitch, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Maybe it'll be Dead Rising. Maybe it'll be Dark Souls. Ain't nobody going to go after Bryce Young. The only person going after Bryce Young should be the CEO of McDonald's or something. What? The only person going after Bryce Young next year is the CEO of McDonald's. Do not Dead Rising, please. I need to get through it. User error. I need to get through it. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll see what I do later. If I do anything. Maybe I'll see you guys in the morning and we'll do